Well then, I'm back. I decided to run some ads so we don't have pre-rolls for the next hour or so. So yeah, I've done some stuff. I've done a lot of stuff actually. Let me just transfer the sentence. I've done a lot of stuff, yeah. Thank you. So let's start with the obvious. I added some new raycasts. A lot of new raycasts, actually. There's another one you can't see, because it's invisible right now, but a lot of raycasts. So let me show off what these raycasts do. I still have my controller plugged in. One sec. Godot doesn't like my controller because I don't know. Yeah. So actually, let me activate the collision shapes so you can actually see the raycast. Yeah. Those two raycasts at the bottom, they are very short. Oh, nice. What those raycasts do is basically they check if I'm standing on a ledge. By checking, are both of the raycasts touching the ground? If they don't, I'm on a ledge and should be in this ledge teetering animation. It works both ways, by the way, so that's why I have two of them. Second thing, the big raycast on top of the player. What that raycast does is check if I'm on a ledge, and if I am on a ledge and above me there's not enough space, I cannot climb. However, if there is enough space, I can ledge climb. I added a ledge climb animation, and let's just say it was a pain to implement. You cannot believe how much of a pain it was to implement this. There's so much going on in this code. But yeah, there's also a second invisible raycast, because I move it all the time, so you can't really see it. That if I'm trying to climb a ledge, it checks if I actually, you know, if there's actually space in front of me as well. It is invisible because I usually don't need it, so I just disable it. But yeah. Yeah. The animation is not even the biggest issue. The animation was a bit of a pain to make work, but that was fine. The code that went into making it so the animation actually lines up roughly with the hitboxes, a pain. Let me show you. Let me show you this code. First of all, I cleaned up my code a bit. I didn't document as much as I would have liked to, but I did clean up the code a lot. So let's grab. There's can climb. This is a simple boolean value that I set. Yeah, I'm probably going to regret it later. Can climb is a simple boolean value. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is when I ledge climb, I actually play an animation. Obviously. In that animation, I actually call a function. I call a function in the player. And oh boy. It's such a simple function. This function. It's all there is. You would think this is very easy to do. It is not. I needed to figure out a way to properly move the player's hitbox up, because the animation actually moves up on its own without needing to be moved by the player. As you can see there, it's higher on the end of the animation than at the beginning. So I need to move the player up while moving the sprite down, so it doesn't seem like the sprite is moving. So the sprite isn't moving, because the sprite is already moving in the animation. And at the same time, obviously, I need to move the player up, because the player is moving up. And making that work was such a pain. I cannot describe how much of a pain it was. I first tried to make it work via a property in the player, which I'm still using. The position of the player. Or sprite, rather. I reset the sprite in any animation except the ledge climb animation. Because if I try to reset the animation in the ledge climb animation, the animation absolutely craps itself. So yeah, that was fun. Second thing I needed to implement for the ledge climb, which is in the ledge grab. Beforehand, the ledge grab, because you fall with a certain velocity, it doesn't always stop at the same position. Sometimes you are grabbing the ledge a bit lower, sometimes you grab it a bit higher. I didn't want that. I wanted it to be consistent. I wanted to, whenever you grab a ledge, you always grab on the ledge at the same exact position. So here's the code for that. This one simple function called fix ledge position. Yeah, basically like smash ledge suck. This simple function, this all of this is the function. All of this is one function. All of these lines of codes are one function that simply puts the player at the exact position where they should grab the ledge. All of that. That's actually why I have that invisible raycast as well. It checks where the position should be. This function is actually very well documented as well. I haven't added the actual documentation yet, but these comments basically explain what happens in each step. So it's surprisingly well documented for a function that is "43 lines long. To be fair, some of the length of the function comes from the documentation, but it's so wonderfully... It's stupid how complex this function is compared to anything else in the program. This is without a doubt the longest function in the entire program, like in the entire game, for such a small detail. It's very funny. But it works. It's consistent. It always works. And all that, just so the ledge grab always... Actually, let me turn off the debug stuff, so you can properly see it. Yeah. All that, just so that whenever I jump on a ledge, it's always on the same position. Yeah, I basically read, like, Silic sent me a PDF of the devs from, what was it? I know it was something Valve, but I don't know what it was. Left 4 Dead? I think Left 4 Dead. Because they have a ledge, like they have a climbing animation, I think. I have never played Left 4 Dead, I don't know. But yeah, they had some code on that. And that's basically how we implemented it. We looked at how they implemented it there and tried to take the lessons from that and apply it to this system. And all that just so we always grab the ledge at the same position. Which also makes the ledge climb animation way more consistent. Another thing, I added a wall jump animation. Well, I didn't add a wall jump animation, I just added a wall animation. Actually, let me slide under here. It drops me after a short while. But I can also drop myself, if I want to. And now for the biggest thing, the camera. We have a little bit of look ahead when we walk, as you can see. The camera moves to the opposite direction of where we're going. Yeah. Moves to the opposite direction of where we... No, moves in the direction we are going, so the player is on the opposite direction, like opposite position. I'm very good at explaining today. I'm so good at explaining. I'm very good at explaining. And when you start running, I don't know. When you start running, it goes pretty far ahead. I originally had it even far. I can actually show it off. Originally, I had the value for the camera. Let me find the code. Camera. Player camera. A simple script. It's very simple. All it does is lerp, which is linear extrapolation. Lerps the value. That is very simple. It is one line of code. All I add is these export variables, so it actually knows which player it references and how fast it should lerp. It's stupidly simple, which is again ironic compared to the ledge grab. And I'm never going to live that down. Originally this value was a 2, so... As it went... Oh, wrong scene. When it was a 2, the camera moves way more. Like there's basically nothing behind you at that point. Oh, and I have a lean animation now. Inspired by Metroid Dread, yes. I just found it to be useful. Technically you also go into the lean state when you're leaning against a one-tile gap, but I don't play the animation because it would look stupid if you were leaning against the air. So you just go into idle. And all this animation does is prevent that you just keep resetting into idle and walk when you walk against the wall. By just preventing you from going into walk. It's a very simple system. No. I think his name is Adam, but... Oh, I had an idea. Let me just try that. Legally distinct Adam. Oh yeah, I haven't explained it to you, Fringe, so... I need to actually introduce you to... by the way, do you think 2 is better or 4 is better? Or 3 is better? We can divide through either of these numbers. Let me show it off with 3. Let me just get running speed. Oh, by the way, we have after images. I was very split on it. Because I didn't want the camera to move too much. That's why I moved away from 2 originally. What happened? I think at 6 it doesn't do anything anymore. I think at that point it just stops. Yeah, at that point it barely does anything. Basically, the bigger the number, the less it does. Because it's because I'm dividing by it, not... I should maybe explain what these values do before. The lerp basically lerps the... Yeah, I was mixed between 3 and 4. You asked... Nah, I think 3 is better then. You asked for this, French. You asked for this. I love the camera slowly coming back. That's honestly the best part about this. Someone clipped that. Thank you. So yeah, the 0.003 isn't going to happen. I don't have a clip command. Actually, we should make that a command. I don't have a clip command. Mainly because I don't know how that worked. Thank you. But yeah, what basically is happening here, I have no idea anymore. I haven't read this function in forever. Because it's so simple that I don't need to. What it does is extrapolate... it takes the X position of the player. And sets the offset of the player, like it sets the offset to a vector between the offset and a vector that uses the player's velocity times x divided by whatever this is. Let's call it doesn't matter. We take this value basically divides how far we take the velocity. So if it's 1, if we divide by 1, we just take the velocity. If we divide it by 2, we take half the velocity. 1/3 of the velocity, 1/4 of the, etc, etc, etc. So it's... And since the velocity happens to roughly align with the screen size, apparently, at least while running, it aligns with the screen size, so we just can take half of that to get half the distance, so the player's at the side of the screen instead of off screen. And a third of that is like a bit more... You get the idea. I was thinking about it. I just don't know how I should call it. Yeah, sure. Which is 3.0 right now. Yeah. 1 sec. Am I writing these export variables correctly? Yeah. Yeah, so like ages ago made this template for how a script should be structured. And I like using it for when I don't know how to, you know, it's just a good reference to have to structure your script. Although it is kinda... It gets very annoying with bigger, like, not with bigger actually, with shorter scripts, because then half the script is like, you know, template and the other half is... I mean, you see it here. There's more template than script. But yeah, that works. And yeah, we now have an after image for the player while they're running. And yeah, it works in every state as long as you have running speed. For which I added a variable as well. Like, if you're currently running. And I think that's everything. I think, at least. I added a coyote jump to the slide, but... Or coyote spin jump, rather. That's about it. That's basically all I have for updates for this game so far. Except one important update. We have a story now. Silik gave me an idea. I already explained it to Zach, but... I think you are going to find it very funny, French. So... You know how, whenever Samus visits a planet, that planet is doomed to blow up. We are not Samus. We are someone who lives on that planet. And now we have to raise a legally distinct Samus to the end to make sure that the bounty hunter doesn't find the self-destruct button. So yeah, that's a basic idea. Bounty hunters, like, have in the intro something like, bounty hunters are known for blowing up planets they visit. One day, your planet became the distressing message that a bounty hunter was sent to investigate your planet. Something like that. With the final level obviously being an actual race against a bounty hunter who has very similar abilities, obviously, because... duh. So yeah. I found the idea hilarious, so I decided to stick with it. And now I need to think about how best to, you know... How best to design a character that is distinctly not Samus, but yet recognizably Samus. Because I don't want the Nintendo ninjas on my ass. Yeah, but low-key, the ledge grab animation, like ledge climb animation, is the best animation in the entire game. And I don't know why. You wouldn't believe it. Silik suggested exactly that. We actually had a bit of a joke that if you fail to win the race against the bounty hunter in the end, you have to escape to the ship of the bounty hunter, so the bounty hunter stays on the planet and you escape. When you fail the race. If you win the race, you convince the bounty hunter not to blow up the planet, and then how did Silik describe it? Wipe the sweat off your from your head and then lean backwards onto the button. So you either way have to escape. I don't know if I'm going to do it because it's such a downer ending, but it would be kind of funny. I don't know if I know what Solar Jetman is. One sec. I looked it up. I still don't know what Solar Jetman is. Alright. There are a few things that I still need to fix. First of all, this. I don't know what is going on here, but I should fix it. Ouch. Well, that does sound weirdly similar. That's, The step still looks a bit weird, by the way. I still don't like it. But I don't know how to do it better. I need to think about that. But yeah, I guess this is what we have so far. I'm happy with this already. So now the next question is, what are we doing now? Maybe. One thing I already know is I want to have levels where you don't have the speed booster yet. So you have to actually learn the abilities. Like that you first have to learn the game without the speed booster before. Yeah, I also want to make an alternate sprite sheet for that, but that can wait. First I'm going to implement the ability to even turn off the speed booster ability. We can worry about the rest of it later. How do I do that? I mean, the easiest way is to just not allow the player to enter the speed boosted state. That should be easy enough. So add a variable. What type of variable should that be? Actually, don't know if it should be an export variable. But I think for now it's probably Yeah, for testing it's probably smart to have it an export variable. Add export. Speed booster. We might rename the speed booster later. I don't know yet if we're going to keep the name. Speed booster equal by default true. I can spell, I swear. Fog. So now if we, just for test purposes, make this false. Well, that's anticlimactic. That sounds actually pretty tough. We moved it a bit. I don't know, it feels weirdly anticlimactic not getting the run now. Yeah. Like in Metroid Dread, you can only step up if you actually run. That was the whole gimmick of the... Yeah. It was basically a quality of life thing in Dread, so you could just keep running without needing to jump for the smallest ledge. And I found it really cool, so I kept it. Yeah, it does. It very much changes how the level... Thanks for the clip. So, yeah. I would split up the level, like... Okay. structure-wise for the game, I would kind of go for a structure along the lines of what Celeste has. Because first of all, I enjoy Celeste. That's the first thing. I just think the structure is also pretty neat for what I want to go for. Having a little bit of progression while still having it be somewhat level-based, I think is the best approach. Like, having some sort of narrative progression in that sense. That way I can, for example, still give the player a medal or something for doing something in a chapter or something. Like an idea I had for a long time is rewarding the player for beating a level or a chapter or whatever without losing Speedbooster. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Oh, and one silly idea I want to set in stone right now. I want to reward the player for beating the game without ever losing speed. I want to have like some achievement or something like that for beating the game without losing speed at any point. It's going to be stupidly difficult, but yeah, exactly. I agree. So yeah, this works great. Yeah. Plus I could make challenges where the fastest path isn't always the one where you keep speed. Like where to maintain speed you need to do some extra movement. But okay, that's done. I need to figure out how I do the camera for levels. First of all, I need to remove the camera from the player. I need to be able to set the bounds of the camera per level. And I might actually switch up which camera is used depending on where. Yeah. 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 Because obviously, to maintain speed, you need to do some silly shenanigans, like wall jumping in places, or yeah, or avoiding certain obstacles that would be relatively trivial for a walking player to avoid. So there's a lot you can do. I'm going to remove that camera. We don't need that camera anymore, since the script for the camera is independent of the camera. In fact, I can attach it here. Actually, not. Where is camera? Oh, there. Camera 2D. For the test scene, I just put the camera 2D here and attach the script. That should still work as intended. Cancel. Attach. Oh, I can attach a script I already have. User entities, players. This is a mess. Yeah. That should still work as intended. Let me actually. Oh, I didn't. My bad. I didn't assign the camera yet to the player. I forgot I need to do that. Ha! That camera is weirdly zoomed out. Let me fix that. Is that better? I should have maybe remembered how I set the camera before deleting it. That's on me. Nope, that's too close. It was free. Hindsight 2020. That doesn't seem to change anything. Does it? I can always just... No, it doesn't change anything. That's weird. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted it yet. Am I doing something wrong? Probably doing something wrong. I can. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Minus 48 and 3. So in theory, this should be correct now. Fine, I save. Godot, please. Simple, so I can decide which camera, if it's attached to Booster, it will always be the same camera in every scene ever. This way I can decide the limits for the camera for each camera independently of the one that's used in Booster. It makes it so I can decide for each level how I want the camera to act. Which again, that's what I mentioned earlier with Levelhead having such a powerful camera. I took a lesson or two. So this should work now. It weirdly zoomed in now. Which I don't find that bad, honestly. But makes it a bit difficult to see what's up ahead. So yeah, I'm going with 3. Why are you complaining? What are you complaining about? Can I make a class abstract? Well, heck. Let me move those. I just realized a lot of these things don't need to all be Let me make a new folder. Does this still work? Or does it completely break apart? No, it still works. Okay, I can do that. Interesting. I should not try to fix all these warnings right now. I might be a bit busy. Okay, how do we start with this level now? I don't know if I'm going to use this level, so I'll probably just start with a new level. So new scene. For which I will add a new folder here in source. Levels. And now we make a new scene. 2D scene. 1-1. Which is a very long name. And we attach a tile map. Attach a tile set. Actually, I should probably save a tile set. 1 sec. Okay, my code is maybe a bit worse than I thought. It's fine. It's fine. What happened? Good. Oh, I scaled it up. My bad. Let me reset transform. Because I clearly broke something here by accident. Transform. Now it's onto the screen. Ah, the stream is a mess. Is it noticeable that I haven't streamed in the last few weeks? I hope not. Let me go back to the test scene, tile map, save tile set. Save as. Actually, no, I shouldn't save it here. Oh, I already have a tileset folder. Prototype. Actually, rename. Prototype tile. Just used to be precise. So we can now load that in the new scene. Tile map, load. Actually, I can quick load down that many. There's only one tile set. And that's perfect, because I don't need to set anything else. It's already set up. Is it? Is it not? Please say it's all set up. No, it's not set up. Dang it! Oh, it is set up. Wait. Then why can... time up? I think I just need to close it again. Yeah, I just needed to open and close it again. This is fine. This is... thank you all for hanging out. Generally, I know I'm sometimes a bit chaotic, but I genuinely enjoy doing this with all of you. So I don't mind being a bit of a chaos. Let me call that player camera. And let me save it. How do I save it? Source, util, no. Entities, player. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, now that it's a bit more sorted, we can now instantiate that scene wherever we want. That's really useful. Instantiate child. Actually, first instantiate child. Player. We made booster. Now that we've finished that, we can instantiate a child as a child of player, which is a camera, which has absolutely nothing in it. Don't care. I can close that scene. So far, so good. Next. What do we actually want to do here in the level? Since this is kind of the first level, I'm probably just going to... Everything that comes before this is prologue. For now, I'm just going to use the prototype tiles. I'm going to replace them with proper tiles later. I just first need to make proper tiles, and I haven't done that yet. Oh! That sounds like it would murder me. Oh, I need to steal some code from you. Honestly, I think Select made that code. So yay. Where's Select's code? I need to open another project for that shoot. I'm going to save that scene real quick and... how am I going to... How am I going to do that? So like you had those collision shapes, right? That he could not wall jump on. In the planets. Right? Well... I'm not sure if I'm impressed or scared. I know I would hacking die. I don't know why hack suddenly became a very common part of my vocabulary. But it is so. Limit. The limit for left is 0. Which I can already show off what that does. Nothing. Nothing, because I didn't set it. I forget it every time. I forget every time to set the player here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I made a mistake. It should be minus... Let me see the scene. Camera... Should be minus... Let me just count the tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 times. Fair. Calculator. 24 times 8. 192, okay. So the boundaries for this camera are minus 192. Or not. I guess it isn't. I didn't save. Of course it isn't. The camera's doing something out with that. Well, I guess it's time to update the code. If offset dot x smaller than... How is it called? Let me find the documentation. Camera 2D. Limit left, okay. So offset.x is smaller than limit left. Offset.x equals limit left. And now we do that for the other directions as well. If offset.x bigger than limit right, then offset.x equals limit right. That basically just means that if we go past the limit, we just go back to the limit. If offset.y equal is bigger than limit bottom, then offset.y equals limit bottom. I'm not going to explain every stream how the y coordinates of a screen work. No, you can't make me. Offset.y limit. Is it limiter? It's limiter. I mean, technically, the channel point redemption already exists. Ask me a game dev question: is a valid channel point redeem? There. You can refresh, I added it. You see, X and Y behave as you would expect. So, X behaves like you would expect it. X goes smaller on the left, so the further you are to the left, the smaller X becomes until it becomes negative. Meanwhile, if you're closer to the right, it becomes bigger. However, due to the way screens work, the beginning of your screen is actually in the top left. So your screen goes from top left to bottom right. So naturally, Y, instead of becoming smaller the lower you go, actually becomes bigger. And vice versa. It becomes smaller closer you get to the top. Why that is, I assume it's because while you read from the top to bottom, so the screen is generated in reading order, so you can first read what you want to read before the rest is loaded. In theory, in practice, screens load so fast that that should never be a problem. You're welcome. Okay, let's try this again. Somehow it doesn't work. No, I'm not generating a variable every single frame. I'm not doing that. You cannot make me. Uh, it feels like it's going to behave weird, but it's fine. It's not going to be that bad. It's still not, especially because I'm going to. Am I going to clear the memory of that? If I were to define lerp offset in process, would I clear the memory of that? I don't actually know. Okay. Why are you... Oh, because I'm an idiot. Because it shouldn't be offset. That should be position X minus offset. Or plus offset? Minus offset. Plus offset? Plus offset. Offset.x. Yeah. I think that works. Okay, it's time to dance back to normal, by the way. I know they changed it yesterday for the Pokemon Day. But I don't know if that was... So it just doesn't work? Well, seems back to normal. Let me try just without that. Ha, weird. Very weird. It shows up for me in chat. I have no idea what's going wrong there. I'll fix that later. To do. Fix this shit. I'm sure I'll remember what that means 3 days from now. Anyways. For now, I think I can just wall this off. It's not like you can climb up there. I mean, even with the speed booster, you cannot climb up there. Oh, heck just happened. Anyways. Yeah, for now this isn't a problem. Of course it's just right. But yeah, I think I need to speak with, like, go through the physics of that with Zurich. Anyways. As a player I cannot progress over there for obvious reasons. Let me just make that so high that there's no doubt that you will ever get up there. So, absolutely clear that you will never get up there. How high can the player actually jump? Without the ledge grab. Pretty high actually. Can you jump? Can you jump that high? Barely, but still. Can you jump? Can you jump that high? Very barely. Very barely, but you can. So you can jump... I don't think you can jump that. Timer, please. There we go. I don't think the player can jump that. No. They need to grab at that point, which is fine. And the highest they can grab is probably too higher than that. Yeah, that is pretty impressive, actually. You can literally jump W height. That is very impressive. Yeah. And you can barely not reach that. Can barely not reach that. Almost to the point where I would like to adjust it so you can, but... But okay. I actually should write that down somewhere. Somewhere. Where can I write it down? Why are you just there? Why is that scene just there? Oh, script rather. Okay. First of all, in this level you definitely don't have the speed booster, so we can just turn it off. I'm just going to make a text file in here. Create new text file. Movement stats, sure. .txt. It doesn't need to be any particularly deep format. This is just the statistics for us. So, jump height. Uh, outspeed. Jump height. Oh, that's start in 3 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break in a sec. I'm just going to finish writing this down. Jump height. 6 tiles? 6 tiles. Although I would say 6 is a very edge case. Like, I would say comfortably you can do 5. And ledge grab you can... you can do up to 8. I think it was 2 more tiles than that. So far so good. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to continue after the break. I'll be right back. Well then, that's over, I think. So yeah. Let's get back to this. If I say I'm one more time. Yeah, but yeah, I guess we should start with the level, not with too bad of a jump, just a simple jump. Because, you know, every good platformer should start with one jump. How far can you jump, actually? Should probably check that too. I might want to move the camera down a little bit. Let's try 40, just 40. Yeah, you can jump a little further than that. Let me try. Yeah, that's pretty solid. With a Godot jump, you can probably make it about 2 more tiles. I just want to see. Yeah. Could probably even make it 1 more tile, but I think this is reasonable. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tiles. Probably more like 9, realistically speaking. Jump with ten tiles, comfortably 9. Actually, let me move that down. And now I want to see how far we can actually get. Because we have a little fun ability called the Coyote Jump. Basically, when sliding, you can jump after sliding. Which is a thing Dread has as well. Had as well. Or has it as well. Blah, blah. No, I can't. I can't talk. Godot. Godot? What the heck is going on? I change it? Oh. Well, that was weird. I don't know what I pressed to make that happen, but... let's see how far we can actually get now. We have a coyote jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 13. Let's try 13. Can a coyote jump make 13? Oh, it can! Not comfortably, I would rather say 12. But you can. You can. Interesting. That's good to know. A coyote jump can make 12. Can make up to 13, but it's probably comfortably 12. Okay. But we don't want to challenge the player too much on the first level, obviously, so... For now, it's fine if they just make this jump. So... that should be... more than doable. Yeah. You could even make that with a ledge grab. But I trust the ability of the player to jump. Let's get a bit lower again. Don't want too crazy of movement yet. And then we now want to see the player actually make a ledge grab. I need to remember that the distance here is actually a lot smaller than I make it out to be. I should probably give the player a bit more space to actually walk. There's another thing we need to figure out how much space the player actually needs to get a speed boost. And that's something I can't figure out immediately. I'll have to... I have to find some way to mark that. But we'll figure that out when we figure it out. For now, I'm just focusing on the basic movement. That's not a jump the player can make, that's good. Okay, maybe... no, not even with a coyote jump. That's good, because that means they need to ledge grab. Just so I can show off the ledge grab. In case the player didn't use it yet. And I think the ledge grab is intuitive enough to get away from. Because you can jump out of it, you can press away from the wall to fall off, you can press down to fall off, you can press up to climb up. Basically, whatever button you press on your controller, it's probably going to get you out of the ledge climb. So I don't think I need to tutorialize it too much. Oh, speaking of, that music reminds me actually, Zach, does our plan for Friday still stand? If you're still here. If not, then I'll ask you later. Yeah. Thank you. It's been super fun making this all work. Have you seen the movement already? Like, I did a showcase of the movement earlier. Friend. Yeah? Oh! Hey, yeah. Thank you for the sub.
We are in the edge of 17.
Indeed. 17 months. I still can't believe it. It's honestly great. I'm having a blast with this. Oh, there's an icon. Oh, because I'm... You know what I also didn't do in the last 3 weeks? Fix anything about the stream. There were so many things I wanted to fix, but I didn't. But yeah, friends, I actually have another level where I can show off the movement better. Hang on. Because I don't know if you have seen all of it. The real movement is... I didn't set the player, didn't I? I didn't set the player. That's what I get for replacing the camera. Yeah, to really show off the movement, I have this demo scene here. I'm really happy with the movement in this. There's still some minor issues, but honestly, it's really good. Some of the best movement I've ever made in any game. So I'm really happy with this. I might actually clip that later. That was a good showcase of the movement. But yeah, currently I'm working on the beginning of the game. Just a nice opening section, like first level, to introduce the player to the movement. I don't know quite what will be the reason why you're here, or in general what the theming of this area is going to be. Because I plan to make themes for the different areas similar to what Celeste does. I really like that. But yeah. Oh, and I think I didn't tell you. I can do that. I have some ideas for that. I have some ideas for that already. Honestly. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I actually told you the story idea yesterday. I know I wanted to, but I kinda got distracted by TTS not working. um, yeah, the story idea Silic gave me yesterday? Was it yesterday? I don't know anymore. In Metroid, usually when Samus visits a planet, the planet goes kaboom. It's just a thing she does. So I thought it would be funny if the player was someone on the planet trying to raise Samus, or rather a legally distinct bounty hunter, to the self-destruct button of the planet to prevent that from happening. I need a new layer. Well, there. I don't know in which direction Z actually goes. I just realized. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Yo, Gamer Lady, how's it going? I am streaming. I'm currently working on my own game, actually. How's it going? Let me see how this goes. Yeah. It's very much inspired by the movement of Metroid Dread because I really liked that game. So this is honestly, currently it's very simple. I have some more stuff implemented, but for the opening I thought I keep the moveset a bit simpler so the player can get used to the movement before being thrown into the part that actually makes the game really fun. Or I hope it's going to make it really fun. I can show that off again. Actually, in this test scene I have enabled the new stuff, like the later stuff. You can run. Similar to the Speedbooster in Metroid. You can charge your speed boost and can maintain it by running, wall jumping and all that stuff. So it's about keeping your speed and all that. And yeah. There's going to be a lot of movement involved in this and a lot of... I'm going to do a lot of themed levels honestly similar to how Celeste does it, in having different areas. So a lot of different level themes where you move through the levels and try to keep your speed. With a silly story in the works and everything. But for now I'm still at the beginning of the level creation process. Now that I'm finally done with the movement. Trying to figure out how I best teach the player the basic movement. Which mostly consists of stuff like the slide, the ledge climb, and wall jumping. So yeah. How high can you get with a wall jump? It's actually a good question. Let me get the tile map. Normally I can jump this high, but I want to jump higher than that. So let me move the player over here for a bit. That's the wrong transform position. 100. Is that close? How close are you? That's not close at all. Ah, close enough. Let me move the player over here so I can just test without needing to walk all the way over here. This wall isn't high enough. The player can jump actually really high, which I didn't expect. So I need to have more space for the wall jump. Can you reach that with the wall jump? Let's just try that. Easily. So let's try one higher. You kinda stub your toe, but it works. So I would probably give the player a little bit leeway here, but that seems to be about the height. Let me write it down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tiles. Wall jump. 11 tiles. Comfortably 10. Which is weird, because that's almost the same height as you can get with a ledge grab, but only almost. Ah, the air feels weirdly dusty. Maybe that's just my cold getting worse. But yeah, that seems to be a good... I need to drink something one sec. Sorry about that. It felt weirdly, like, it felt like I had some dust in my mouth or something. That was really weird. But okay, we know the player can comfortably make this jump with a wall jump, and not with a ledge grab, which is important. So we force the player to learn that they have to wall jump to get up, which hopefully teaches them something. They especially cannot reach that jump with, like, they cannot reach that ledge with a jump. So they have to wall jump. Oh, heck! Capture card. That's really good. I need to use I need to use my capture card more. I bought it and I streamed a few games on the Switch, but not enough yet to warrant having a capture card. I mean, I guess for dread speedrunning it's nice, but... now that that the player's up here, what do I do? Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, Zach, I don't know if you heard it earlier. Is our plan for Friday? Does our plan for Friday still stand? We made that plan like a while ago, so I don't know if you still have time. Time up. Yeah, that was... well, if you still have time. In that case, yeah, we're doing that. Good to know. So, Friday I had in time. I can already tell you what I'm doing next Wednesday as well. A friend of mine actually convinced me to try Doom. Like Doom 2016. And Doom Eternal, but I first want to try Doom 2016 to see the differences. Which I wanted to try Doom Eternal for a while, because the changes Doom Eternal made to the formula are apparently really good. So I want to see what they changed, if you get what I mean. I don't know yet what this area is going to be like, but I like where we are going with this. Here you learn that you can multi-wall jump. How high does that go? The biggest thing I miss from Levelhead is the trail you see in the editor where you went when playtesting. Which I guess I could probably implement somehow, but you know. Yeah. Mario Maker also has it, so it's not a Levelhead specific thing. I just use Levelhead more. Oh dear, Silic. Yeah, I probably would have to make a tool script, or Silic could make a tool script given the response. It's just a good indicator for where, you know, where the level actually has to go. But that would be really useful, actually. I have to say, level design in this is so much easier than it is in the planets. I could probably use the same concept, yeah. I did... When working on the planets, I really had the issue that I had a hard time defining the movement, because I was not happy with how the movement was at any specific point. So now comparing it to this, yeah. I mean, I would say most people here in the chat are geniuses in their own ways, but I'd say we are all a bit clever. At least a little bit. Okay. And I think part of the reason why I have an easier time with this game than with the planets is that I have already defined how the movement should be. Like there aren't going to be any big changes, which I think really made me struggle with the process, because I had to remake the lever, and that made it difficult for me. Yeah. Especially the version for this is very much movement based, so I have an easy time because, well, movement. The level design is literally defined by the movement compared to how I felt with the planets sometimes, where the level design almost had to define the movement, which didn't work so well for me. Another point is of course that there aren't any enemies in this game. So far I don't have any plans to include many enemies, because I don't think they are the relevant part. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's also what I struggled with here. I had a hard time getting a story for this, because it was never about the story. That's why the silly idea from Silic worked so well for me, because it was literally a silly idea. It justified the rule of funny. And now this entire game runs on the rule of funny. What do I do here? New. That wasn't what I wanted to do. How high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7 tiles. I need at least 7 tiles. Probably 8 tiles just to be on the safe side. Why do I like the Shadow the Hedgehog? Why do I like all the themes from Shadow the Hedgehog so much? Why does Shadow the Hedgehog have such good music? Okay. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I get what you mean. Which game? I am actually curious. Wait. No. Tell me. I have a guess, but I knew it. I was going to say it. The moment you said it was a game you bashed so much lately. I knew it was Crisis Core. I knew it. By the way, Silic just finished Crisis Core. If that interests anyone. He didn't stream it. The remake. But arguably he should have. Where? $864. $872. I have bad news for you. I have very bad news for you. Let me just add that here. I don't know what tiles I'm going to use for this. Probably next stream where I do game dev, I'm probably going to make tiles for this. Uh... I need to fix the script for the camera, but... Ah, shit. Let me just try all of this. Just try what I have made of the level now. Yeah, this is fine. It's not, you know, particularly deep. But it works. Huh. Yeah, I think this is good. I need to think more about what I do later, but... for now I think this is a good point to wrap it up. I need to think about the theming for this area, and I think that has to wait until next time. Partially because it's going to be based on the story, so... We'll see. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it for today. I am slowly getting tired. So let's see who we can raid, shall we? Huh. Yeah. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I feel like I would enjoy it, but I also feel like I would constantly tear apart the story as I play it, but... any suggestions for who we can raid? There are a few people on. Let's see. No, that wrong scene. Yeah, sure, why not? Arculine is currently doing... What? Arculine is currently doing Dark Souls, which first playthrough. So that sounds like a time. TM. So that sounds like a fun place to be. So let's do this. If you don't know, Aki is mostly doing art stuff, but also there's a bunch of games. Has every Thursday, or almost every Thursday, wonderful time in drawing cursed art. And today, apparently, she's doing or continuing her first playthrough of Dark Souls, which sounds like an insane time with, you know, a bunch of French swearing, which is always a great time. So yeah, raid message. Raid message. We go Noom. With whatever emote you want, raid emote you want. But if you have my emotes, then I think the perfect emote for this situation is... So... yeah. Thank you all for coming around. It's been super fun. See you all on Friday for Ahead in Time with Zach, and see you all next Wednesday for Doom. So, bye!